In the grand tapestry of life, every living being is a unique piece of art, an intricate weave of genetic material that makes us who we are. But what exactly goes into creating these masterpieces? Today, we delve into the fascinating world of genetics, exploring the key terms trait, gene, genotype, and phenotype. A trait is any characteristic of an individual that is expressed by genes. These characteristics can range from physical attributes like earlobe shape, hairline shape, and handedness. Essentially, traits are the observable expression of the genetic information passed down from parents to their offspring. Many of your traits are shared with close relatives, especially siblings and parents. For instance, you might have the same skin color as your brother or sister, yet what truly distinguishes you is the unique combination of traits you possess. This uniqueness arises because the genetic information in each person varies slightly. Each trait is governed by genes located on the chromosomes, making every individual distinct. A gene is a fundamental unit of heredity responsible for the physical and inheritable characteristics of an organism. Essentially, genes are the instructions within the body's blueprint. They code for proteins that shape virtually all of a person's traits. Each individual inherits two copies of each gene, one from each parent, contributing to their unique genetic makeup. Your genotype represents your complete heritable genetic identity. It consists of all the genes located on your chromosomes. Each child receives one copy of each gene from each parent. Therefore, a genotype contains two copies of each gene, with each gene carrying a single unit of information. This combination of genes determines much about who you are, from your physical appearance to aspects of your health. A letter is used to represent a gene. In this example, a child has a genotype of capital letter D and small letter d. Therefore, a genotype is composed of the two letters that code for a certain trait. For the illustration on the right, can you tell the genotype of a child? If your answer is capital letter R and small letter r, then you are precisely correct. Each letter in the genotype represents an allele. An allele is defined as a different version of a gene for the same trait. The two codes must be of the same letter because it indicates the same trait. The only difference is in how they are written. If you observe that the alleles of the child are written in a capital and small letter, you are amazingly correct. So, don't be confused. A genotype is composed of two letters. Each letter is an example of an allele. Therefore, a genotype is composed of two alleles which can be written in three different ways. For example, both are capital letters. These are called homozygous dominant. If one is capital and one is small, it is called heterozygous. If both are written in small letters, these are called homozygous recessive. Some traits are inherited through a mechanism of dominance and recessiveness. A dominant allele, often referred to as the stronger gene, consistently controls a trait's expression. This means that possessing even a single dominant allele for any trait will result in the expression of that dominant characteristic. If a person has a genotype of capital letter D and small letter d, it means that it has one copy of the dominant allele since capital D is dominant. This significantly implies that this person has this dominant trait. Example, capital letter D and small letter d genotype. Small letter d is a recessive allele. It can't be expressed or shown because there is one copy of dominant allele capital D. A recessive allele is the weakest gene. It is the allele that doesn't show if paired by a dominant allele. Let's proceed to an activity. An allele written in a capital letter is called as dominant allele, while an allele written in small letter is called a recessive allele. In the following examples below, can you name the letter which is dominant or recessive? 1. Dominant. 2. Recessive. 3. Dominant. 4. Recessive. 5. Dominant. And 6. Recessive. A certain genotype codes for a specific trait. This trait, known as a phenotype, is a physical attribute that will be expressed based on the combination of genes a child inherits from both parents. Examples of the phenotype are for the trait height, the phenotypes are tall or short. For the hair type, the phenotypes are curly, straight, or wavy hair. Let us have the example illustrated by Mendel. He crossed pure tall and pure short pea plants, which represent two different versions of the gene for height. One of these versions is dominant over the other. The mechanism of dominance is best illustrated through the experiments of Gregor Mendel, who is known as the father of genetics. His pioneering work helps explain how dominant and recessive traits affect the inheritance of physical characteristics. To his surprise, all of the offspring were tall. These offsprings are now considered hybrids because they possess two different versions of the gene for height inherited from their purebred tall and short parents. So he concluded that tall is dominant over short. A dominant trait is a trait that is being shown or expressed in a hybrid offspring. A recessive trait is being hidden by a dominant trait. From the previous concept, you learn that the dominant allele always controls a trait and is written in a capital letter, and a recessive allele is being masked or hidden by a dominant allele and can only be shown if there is no copy of a dominant allele. It is written in small letters. For example, if we code capital T for tall and small t for short, two combinations of alleles will be formed. One, both are capital letters or both are dominant, and two, one capital and one small letter, which means one dominant and one is recessive. In the first genotype is composed of two dominant alleles and code for tall, since tall is dominant. How about the second genotype? What phenotype codes for capital T and small t? Is your answer tall? Yes, you are correct. It is because the genotype capital T small t has a dominant allele capital T and it masks the short trait. The trait that is being masked or hidden is called recessive trait. Let us recall the experiment of Gregor Mendel. Can you ask yourself where the short gene went? Was it gone? Definitely not. It was still there, but was masked by the dominant tall trait. The genotype capital T small t codes for tall, since the dominant tall allele is present. So, when can the recessive allele be expressed? It will only be expressed if there is no dominant allele present. Therefore, the genotype small t in small t, which is recessive, results in a short phenotype and can only appear when both parents are hybrid tall, meaning both parents have the genotype of capital T and small t. Let us have this example. If capital T is code for tongue roller and small t codes for non-tongue roller, from the given alleles above, what phenotype is capital T and small t? Answer is tongue roller. Another example. Capital W, widow's peak, small w, straight hairline. From the given alleles above, what is the phenotype of small w, small w? What's your answer? Correct, straight hairline. So, in essence, the trait is what we observe. The gene is the instruction manual. The genotype is the genetic code. And the phenotype is the final observable product. In captivating world of genetics, understanding these terms is just the beginning. And there you have it, a simplified exploration of trait, gene, genotype, and phenotype. Remember, every living being is a masterpiece of genetic code, a beautiful blend of nature and nurture. The next time you look in the mirror, remember that you're looking at a unique expression of your genotype and phenotype, a testament of your intricate and fascinating world of genetics.